Okay, take two. Let's try this again. My name is Darlene. I'm here in North Idaho, Sand Creek Quilting, home of Featherweight Doctor. I literally just tried to jump on and wasn't actually broadcasting. So that is literally my biggest fear. I was sitting on here by myself, talking to myself. Okay, we're going to move past that big fear. I'm here. All right, let me go over to YouTube and hit, okay, I'm on. Hi, Sandy Reese. Let's see here. Oh, Missy, hi everyone. We were chasing pine needles in the wind yesterday. Big rain coming again tonight. Cheers to all. Missy, we have been having rain, like Seattle like rain here in North Idaho, and there's a reason why I moved away. There's a reason. Hi, Pam Ernest from Maine. Oh, Deanna's on from Napavine. Hi. How you doing? All right, Polly's on in UK. I miss you. So weird. I was just thinking about you today. I'm so glad you're here. What have you been doing? Hi, Brenda Foley. She says, love the beanie. This is another one of those new products that's getting ready to launch. We have a lot of gifty stuff. Hi, Odie. A lot of gifty stuff coming out for Christmas and all that fun stuff. This is one of them. It's a little black beanie, and it has our logo on it, custom made logo. So this is probably going on Monday, and then this dropped today. So hi, Megan Swan from Oregon. Who likes to put featherweight inspired items on your Christmas tree? I do. So this is our new 4-inch laser engraved Christmas ball. Look at us, a cute little featherweight on it in poinsettias. So these just hit the website about an hour ago. Franny's on. Franny, I am cold. It is, well, it's actually only 47 right now, which is not that bad, but it's been in the 20s. Like having trouble like figuring out our wood stove to keep the house warm, 20s. Mary's on. Hello, my first visit. Welcome. Are you a featherweight fan? You are in the right place if you are. Although I'm sewing on my Bernina tonight. I realize that's kind of cheating. But honestly, my featherweight was all the way across the shop, and I thought, you know what? We're going to work on the Bernina. Oh, no more work trips for a few months, Polly? Yeah, I have one work trip, and then I'll be home for a little bit. So that's cool for me too, until the spring anyway. All right. Oh, Mary says she inherited her grandmother's featherweight machines, need to start using it. Well, you are in the right place. If you are unsure and you are scared that you are going to hurt her, then I encourage you to look at my video series called Featherweight University from back in COVID times. It's a 4-part series. It talks about featherweight and if it mostly is the first 2 episodes anyway are just if you're buying a featherweight, but you are a lucky girl and you inherited one. So but it talks about how you like keep them clean and keep them oiled and lubricated. So check it out so that way you can remove all the fear about using your grandmother's machine. These machines were made to literally last forever. And so you're not going to hurt her. Franny says, Mary, let me oil her 301, and I love it. It is wicked fast, right? Hi, Judy Colby. Thanks for saying hi. Wicked fast. So today I'm just working on 4 patches right now. I have 2 little, these are 2.5-inch squares, and I'm just putting them together, and I'm making a 4 patch. So let me go here. There. Okay, so you guys can see what I am working on. Well, I had a very fun class today. I did a binding class. I've been having a lot requests for a machine binding class for years, and I don't know why I waited so long to have one, but it went really well. And we worked on phalange binding, that I saw the Tula update. I know, Polly. That's what I'm working on. Hi, Tracy from Virginia. Thanks for saying hi. I'm working on my layered cake from Tula Pink. Look at her the cute little kitties. I mean, come on, it has cute little kitties. In her line here. My favorite of the new Besties line is definitely the dog cameos. That Chi Chi Chihuahua is hilarious. I don't even own a Chihuahua. I own a yellow Labrador Retriever, Luna, who is my best friend. So she was in the picture talking about the fabric going on the site. Did you guys see the picture? She was totally giving me sass. Like, I was like, because I have her command by hand signals, trained by hand signals. And so I was giving her this is sit your butt down. And she was like, "Arr, arr, 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 arr." No, thank you. Have you heard of conditioning your thread with mineral oil? Missy, I have not heard of that. Mineral oil, I believe, is just another word for sewing machine oil, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. But why would you need to condition? Like, I feel like you would get like mineral oil all over the innards of the machine. Which, if it's just sewing machine oil, that's fine. But if it's something different, you don't want to do that. Susan Kirby. Hi, Susan. Thanks for saying hello. I need to get a pattern to make cloth case for my featherweight, or I can just get padded case. Oop, 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 oop. I missed. I used to travel. I like the idea of the case protecting the machine when transporting it. So when I travel with the black box. Even though it's heavy and clunky, it does fit on its side, which is okay to tip the machines on their side underneath the seat in front of me on an airplane. The reason why I'm okay with carrying when I travel my black hard case versus my soft case that we sell, the padded soft cases that we sell, is that they are, if the machines, Elizabeth Meeks saw this as, if the machines get taken away from you at security, which half the time they do get taken away from me, I pack the black case like it's going to get stuck in the hole and have bags thrown on it. So if you have a soft case and the machine gets taken away from you and put in the hole, there's nothing to protect the machine from heavy things being set upon it. So, Brenda Foley says your website link took me to a crazy place. Don't go to a crazy place. It's here. I'll put it on the thing. Dot feather. Oh, I can spell featherweight. What is the name of my company? Featherweight. What is happening right now? I need my Reagan back, clearly. My daughter used to be my executive producer, and then the girl had the nerve to go get married and get a new job. We're so proud of her. .com. Oh, what's happening? Doctor.com. Okay, Brenda, I linked it in the thing. Let's see. So, don't put it in a soft case if you're going on an airplane. You never know. I would hate, Susan, if something happened to it because you weren't prepared. And again, it happens to me about half the time. This TSA takes it away from me for whatever reason. I don't know why. Let's see. Oh, Kathleen, you're at your retreat. I hope you're having fun. Yay. Y'all aren't going to believe this, but I cut material and I'm piecing a quilt. Franny, what has happened to you right now? Franny likes quilting the quilts. She doesn't like putting them together. You must really like this granddaughter. Most people are just the opposite. They like piecing the quilts and not doing the finishing work. I'm just saying. Hello, Cindy from Mesa, Arizona. I am looking forward to coming and getting some sun on my head here in just a few weeks. I don't know if you guys saw it earlier this week. I decided to jump on camera kind of last minute and do a little advertisement for my classes. They're mostly full, but there's just a couple seats left, and I thought I would just put an advertisement out there. I will be back at a Quilters Oasis November 12th through the 17th. I am teaching my normal featherweight spa day on the Friday that week, but I'm releasing a new 2-day workshop class for people who have already taken beginning class where we're doing 4 months of my ombre sunset block of the month over the course of 2 days. Y'all, it's going to be fun, 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 which is the Quilt As You Go project. I cannot wait to release it in Phoenix. And y'all are the first shop that I'm getting this new workshop together for. So it should be a hoot. One of my passions in life is to designing. Oh, Cindy, you're in the spa class. Great. Is to design patterns and projects and have them kind of tailored for use with the smaller featherweights, and Quilt As You Go projects work really well for that. But my ombre sunset is 100% mine, and we have had such positive response from people who have taken it and their increased confidence in machine quilting on their domestic home sewing machine. Y'all, better than half of the class is using it on their featherweight, which I think is pretty darn cool, because these featherweights can do so much more than we give them credit for. So there you go. So talk to me, everybody, about what you've been working on. Christmas is around the corner. I bet there are Christmas projects getting pieced together and getting on your long armor schedule. I've been doing a ton of Christmas quilts on the long arm. The thing about when you sew for a living and Christmas comes around, it's like I'm so excited for Christmas to be over because I don't want to sew anything for anybody. Oh, Elizabeth, I know what you're talking about. Elizabeth says she's working on her Beth quilt from Yellowstone. Is it a nine patch on point with a solid setting triangle or square? I mean, I know what you're talking about. Got all 9 patches then back in the groove. Good for you. Is your Maggie, who's just like my Luna, is she a good little sewing assistant? Does she hang out underneath your feet? Poor Lou, she usually has like thread on her. She hangs out underneath my table. I'm like, you're gonna hang out underneath my table. You're gonna get thread on you. She's the best quilting ambassador ever. Ombre is so fabulous. Oh, good. Oh, Linda's on. Hi, friend Linda. Actually, Linda she goes by Lovely Linda around here. She's my buddy around the corner. Let's see. Polly says she's going to, what is this? Oh, it's annoying. Can we just move this somewhere else? No, I guess not. Polly says I have to make 10 leg tool bags with wrist straps. Valentino to the rescue. Nice. Valentino is her featherweight. That's right, ladies. If you have a featherweight and it does not have a name, you need to name her. That's a whole thing. Most of the time, if you're lucky enough, like Mary, if she's still on, to know who the original owner was, it was her grandmother's, then typically you pay homage to the original owner by naming it after the original owner. But a lot of us, like my grandmother's machine was a 201, not a featherweight, and that one is named Agnes after her. But if you don't know the name, then you can either pick a name that means a lot to you, or I've been a lot of people's first teacher when it comes to the featherweight, and so I have there's a couple Darlenes out there named after me, which is really sweet, and it makes my heart happy. Elizabeth says Meg, which is her yellow Labrador Retriever, lays on my foot that is not on the pillow. Oh, she's like, I'm going to hold you down, Mom. Ooh, Brenda Foley says she's working on the Queen of Diamonds. Girl, that's a lot of work. Krista Moser's Fall Foliage and Jay Kyman's Wensleydale. Girl, you got a lot on your plate. You should be sewing along. Are you sewing with me? You got a lot to do. Cindy says, I'm doing a class at a Quilter's Oasis using my cute yellow featherweight on Tuesday, and it is with Christmas fabric. Nice. Good job, girl. Good job. Ooh, this is backwards. That's why it won't go together. Good job. I heard, do you guys remember Mel? She hasn't been around in a little bit. Mel from Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. She called earlier. She's been doing other types of artsy things. She's been painting. I love Mel. It was so good to talk to her today. Polly says, I swear when it comes to top stitching on bags, you can't beat the featherweight stitch quality. I would believe it. I don't make bags, and I still will go toe to toe with my featherweight in this $6,000 Bernina. I think my featherweight makes better stitches from time to time. It definitely doesn't weigh 35 pounds like this little beastie. Brenda says she named her featherweight after the fella that sold her to me. Oh, Leroy. Nice. It has a gentleman's name. I know several. I have we have a machine over in the service repair line, and his name is Larry. Not Larry the tomato from Veggie Tales. Larry the featherweight. Kathy Zoka, hi. Oh my gosh, you hurt your ankle. Oh no, it's a tough moving around in the sewing room with a broken ankle and a boot. Girl, how did you break your ankle? Be careful. Everybody needs to be careful. Will you be able to show us the quilt you're working on when it's done? You bet. Yes. I have some blocks done. So it's basically just 4 patches and 9 patches. And so here is some of my 4 patches with the Bestie fabric. Look, did you see the gerbil? Look at the gerbil. Isn't it cute? Come on. There's a bunny rabbit. See the bunny rabbit? Hi, Kathy Harris from Snohomish. Oh, you tripped over a rug, Kathy Zoka. Oh my gosh. Be careful. Let's see what else. Oh, see the dog fabric is too big. It doesn't work really well in the jelly roll quilt, but you can kind of see that I think is her dog, which is a golden retriever. I don't know her name. I should know her name, but I don't. Oh, La Roysa. Okay. Debbie Sinclair says, my husband wanted to be included in the featherweight collection on ours, so we found one. Oh, in his year, and his name is Larry. That's so fun. Yes, these are 9 patches, but I'm currently working on 4 patches. I'll show you. The 4 patches turn into 9 patches. Uh-oh. When I do that. So here's the 4 patches that I'm working on tonight. Boop. Aren't they cute? Oh, like almost like Rolls Royce. Okay. All right. So let me just join my chain back in. If you are looking for a really easy pattern, if someone has gifted you a jelly roll or whatever, this particular pattern is written by, like I said, my friend Roxanne Carter. She has an Etsy boutique under Quilting with Roxanne, and she has a bunch of patterns on there, but Ric Rac is one of them. It basically is just 1 jelly roll and like 2 1/4 yards of whatever the background is. I used white thatched. Take a sip. Okay. I will. Judy says, love those little squares when they have those cute animals and characters on them. Me too. So cute. Those colors on your patch are really cool. Aren't they cute? Missy says, why does the thread get wrapped behind the bobbin on the featherweight? Is it because the wheel has been pushed backwards? Yes, it can be that. Are you going to have me do something that requires my brain? Missy, goodness. Yeah, so she's asking about thread jams and thread getting wrapped behind the bobbin assembly. Yes, you can. That if you roll your hand wheel in reverse, that can cause a wrap behind the bobbin assembly and then a thread jam. But sometimes if you've had your machine apart and you don't, when you go to put it back together, if you miss some of the tolerances, they're pretty tight, it will encourage more wrapping than normal. But in general, most of the time, it's just that darned old rolling the whole hand wheel backwards routine. Everybody's done it. I've done it on stage in front of a bunch of people. It just happens. There's just no substitution for opening it all up and taking it apart the right way. So I was pretty excited. I recently got my approvals for our vendor booth at So Expo, and I am going to be doing a bunch of lectures again this year, which I absolutely love. Love. Sorry, I just got a text and it distracted me. Educating people on how to take care of their machines. So the more, the merrier. I'm really excited about Expo this year. I had such a fantastic time. Ray should be with me. I think Evil Twin Denise is going to be with me, and I think Andy is going to be with me this year. So that should be fun. I have a friend who gets it often, wanted to give her some hints. Yeah, it might be that her tolerance on her bobbin assembly on the shaft might be just slightly out of sync, and that would cause wrapping more often. If she's not rolling the hand wheel back, that would be my guess. Thinking I might need to put Maggie on. Uh-oh. The yellow Labrador females are on diets. Hold on. Elizabeth Sowers in Indiana says, thinking I might need to put her Maggie on a diet also. We were at one. Oh, that's a lot. 1.5 cups 2 times a day, cutting her down to 1. Luna's down to a half a cup. Everybody was calling her fat. And she did. She looked like she used to be so scrawny, and you could see her ribs, and you could not see her ribs lately. So I have her down to a half a cup twice a day. She was, I haven't weighed her, so I don't know how much she weighs, but honestly, like when they're only 54, 55 pounds, like even 3, 4, or 5 pounds looks like a lot on that size frame. And Lou is so petite and short that I need her to not be heavy because I don't want her joints to wear out faster than they should. So she's not complaining. She does get a lot of treats, especially when she's around the store with me. So no one feel bad for her. She's fine. But she's already looking better just 2 weeks in. So I would definitely cut her back. And if 1 cup is still not making a big difference, I might go down more. Sandra Reese, you have a 24-pound Bichon. That is a big dog. Does she need to have a diet? Does she get too many treats? Hi, Nancy at Lake Stevens. Thanks for saying hi. Judy says, how much are the wood sewing machine ornaments? No, they're $9.95. $9.95. And they're on the website. If you here, let me do this. Hold on. Dub dub dub. Oh, here. Dub 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 dub. Featherweightdoctor.com. If there's the website, if you click, if you just search the word wood, they should come up. I literally just put them. Let's see. Polly says, I always put the stitch lever into reverse, and yes, instead of reaching for that's the best thing to do. If you need to back up, you can either press your foot up, needle up, push the fabric back, needle down, press your foot down, or you can put the machine in reverse and then still roll the wheel forward, but the machine backs up. That's yes. Polly says, have you had any? Oh. Polly wants to know if I've had any wild animals on my property visiting. Yes, we have. I live in nature, like out of town, up a mountain, on a creek. So the creek is always going to be, which I was told after we moved in, I might add, is always going to be a game trail because the animals are coming down for water, and it's a year-long creek. Well, so we have had, so the weekend, I can't believe I didn't tell you guys this. The weekend of Ray's wedding, we had 9 people staying with us on property, and one of which was our very good friend. The beanie isn't up yet. The beanie's not going to be up till next week. So we had 8 people between the Airbnb and our home, and then our friend was sleeping on a rooftop tent on his Toyota Tacoma, like overland vehicle, and he's up in a tent on top of the car. And in the middle of the night after the wedding, he feels the car start shaking like we were having an earthquake. We don't have earthquakes here. And then he realizes that it's a bear on the ground underneath him, pushing on his car. And he was, so he's an officer in a very urban area it's in Tacoma, Washington. And so he obviously has a service revolver with him at most times, but his weapon was down in the inside of his truck, not in the tent on top of the truck with him. So all he had with him was he has a flashlight because he used to be a taser instructor with a taser on it. So he finally realizes that it's a bear and not an earthquake. And he grabs his flashlights. Kathleen, don't talk to me about earthquakes. It's bad enough I have bears on my property. And he goes crack, 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 crack with just holds it up so it makes a really loud noise. And the bear stops for a second. And then he starts doing it again. And John's like, oh my gosh. So he goes crack, 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 crack. Again with the taser, just in the air, making noise. And the bear, he hears the bear go, like his feet hit the ground, and he goes, and like exhales really loudly. And then he hears him sauntering back past the shop. Can I assure you, every single time I step foot out my door now, I'm like this. And like that's not bad enough, we have a neighbor that lives, so we have acreage, all of our neighbors have acreage, so we have a neighbor that lives like the closest property to us, I'd say, I don't know, 500, like it's straight up a hill. Their log cabin overlooks the lake, and we're down in the valley, kind of by the river. I know Elizabeth Sowers, I know. And he sent us a picture from his yard. His game cam caught a mountain lion, just not even an acre from where I sleep. And I was like, we are in the woods, like no joke, in the woods. Get bear spray. I know, Odie, I know. Or an air horn. Honestly, like the dogs are the best deterrent that we have for, because the bears do not mess with dogs. Our dogs are loud and bark at everything that moves, and so they kind of scare the wildlife away. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I can't believe I didn't tell you guys that story. Yeah, it's been the mountain. Honestly, I am less scared of the bear than I am the mountain lion, because mountain lions give zero care of. In fact, they stalk you. So we have bikes. I have not ridden my bike once since we moved to Trestle Creek, because I'm like, oh no, thank you, not with bears around. Or not with the cougar and the mountain lion. The mountain lion in the game cam was huge. I mean, huge. All of our friends rogue to the rescue. More like Lou. No one messes with Lou. She's kind of scary little thing when she wants to be. If Andy goes to sit by me on the couch, she throws her hackles up and makes an ugly, like growling noise at Andy. I don't think she'd let anything get next to me. I don't think so. Elizabeth said, yeah, Luna is staying close to home. So we have a fenced area for them to like go to the bathroom. I call it their prison yard. And I do let them off the leash. Okay, I have all my four patches done. They do have like an enclosed area to use the restroom and stuff. And if we are out on the property, I will let them be out on the property with us, but they're not just out there alone. No way. Although they really love, like Luna is living her best Labrador life on this property. She loves running around and chasing the chickens and going down to the creek and, trying to step on the protected fish. And she, our other lab is 10, Rogue, and he's definitely slowing down and, getting a little older. But Lou's like in the prime of her life. So she is just like, she's living her best Labrador life. I know, Polly. Andy, every time she says, oh, poor Andy coming in for snuggles and getting side eye from Luna. Every time she does it, he goes, are you going to deal with that or am I? And I'm like, no, Lou, no. It's pretty funny. I mean, well, I think it's funny. Andy does not think it's funny. It's hilarious. We have not had a proper sip and sew in quite some time. I need to like cool my jets. There was our family wedding, and then my friend, like my best friend that lives here, her daughter got married just a few weeks later, and it's been nuts. I can't even describe how crazy it's been. So I'm adding a little rectangle onto my 4 patches now. So Luna's favorite new pastime is trying to steal the kindling off of the firewood pile in the house. She thinks it's hilarious. I don't want her eating wood because that's not good for her intestines. And so she's not ever allowed to do it, but she's so funny because she like gets in there and she thinks she's being so sneaky, but she's not being sneaky at all. I can see her coming a mile away. And I give her the signal to drop it, and she kind of drops her head like, oh, she got me. Spits the wood out. Leslie Miller in San Antonio. Hello. Thanks for saying hi. Corrine, Angel, do you know why a needle would break? I have a 1948 Singer. A stick is a stick. It's true, Leslie. Yes, Corrine, I might have some suggestions for you on that. Is your upper thread tension too tight? So that's one of your problems. Possible problems. Another possible problem is your needle isn't inserted properly. So the needles go flat side of the needle, back of the needle to the left. They face the outside of the bed extension. And if it is not seated high enough into the needle shaft, it will also break a needle. Hi, Sandra Razor. It was nice to see your smile today. Carrie's on from DC now, right? You moved to DC? Girl, you're all over the place. Can't keep track. I am new to sewing machines. Myra's on. Hi, Myra. So Corrine, it might be that your needle is not put in right, and it might be that your upper tension is too tight. Honestly, I would start with readjusting the needle first. Let me ask you this. When the needle breaks, is it because it hits metal to metal, or is it hitting the foot, or is it hitting something down into the machine? That's a good question. DC. Okay. Welcome, girl. Welcome. I miss you guys. I'm so glad you popped on. Elizabeth says, Maggie chews on sticks all the time. Don't think she eats, just loves to chew on them. Lou will eat it. Super excited. Got high. What? Congratulations. Metal to metal. But Corrine, is it hitting the foot or something down underneath? Oh, Kathleen Sheffield, you're so sweet. Carrie got a job at a fabric store. Girl, are you planning on making money? Don't work at a fabric shop if you need to bring home a paycheck. You're just going to be, girl, that would be the worst. You're going to be like, oh, so-and-so's line, Rifle Paper Company's new line just came in. And you're going to be like, what paycheck? There goes my paycheck. So it's hitting the foot. So, gosh, this is a little bit more in depth than what I can cover here. What has happened is your needle or your presser foot bar is askew. So instead of the needle going down through the center of the foot, it's hitting the side of the foot, right? So your foot is not quite sitting center so that the needle will go straight down through the hole, right? Probably for the, oh, you do get a discount, but you do spend more money if you work in a fabric shop. I know firsthand. So there is a way to adjust your presser foot shaft or bar so that it sits more forward, and that way it won't hit the foot on the way down. But that's kind of something we should probably talk about. Oh, that's okay. So that's an easy fix. Yes, it's fixable. I just can't help you fix it right now. Maybe we should do a live on that next week because I bet everybody would find that beneficial. Oh, 30% discount. You're hilarious, Carrie. Let me make note of that. Corrine, I'm going to jump on Tuesday. Will work for fabric. So let me make a note of that. I'm going to jump back on Tuesday and do one of my teaching moments about the foot. That's a good idea. The foot askew is what I call it. Okay, I will put a note. I have a note to myself on Tuesday. I will jump on and I will put a thing out like 30 minutes before I get on. So if Corrine, if you are not on live, then you can watch it later. Featherweight Doctor in session. I like that name. I'll be on. Definitely. Do you have a singer too? Oh yeah. I have many featherweights. I'm just like was too lazy to go get one today. There's one like sitting over in my classroom right over there. I have a few featherweights. I call it a collection so they can't call me a hoarder. They're fantastic little machines. Thanks, Pauline. You have a good weekend too. All right, I'm gonna just get a little bit further down the road here with my little blocks in process. I'm pretty excited. Andy and I are going to go find some dinner in town, so I don't have to cook tonight. Yay! We've been on this keto diet. It's really more dirty keto because, thanks, Corrine. Thanks for popping in and asking good questions. We've been doing dirty keto. I call it dirty keto because we basically will eat any vegetable, and we do eat most fruit, but limited on the fruit. And I'm down over 30 pounds. I started on the diet because my daughter got engaged last April. My husband's been on almost a year at the holidays. Anyway, so because we're on this diet where we don't eat any sugar in its raw or natural form, and we do not have bread or pasta or rice, if you go out, it's basically like a smash burger with no bun or steak with vegetables on the side. That's all there is. So I can be a lot more creative at home for keto. And so I've been cooking a lot more than I have in other seasons. And so I get excited when we can go out. Leslie says my Bernina looks enormous after only using featherweights. This Bernina is 35 pounds, no joke. I would never in a million years take it anywhere but right here. It does not leave this desk. If I'm going anywhere, my featherweight goes with me. My friend wants to buy a featherweight. Where do we go as far as there are lots of scams on social media? She's willing to pay for $450 if she can find one cheaper, of course. There is so many keto things out there. So Carrie, where if your budget's $450, $500, you definitely can find them at that price point on like a Facebook marketplace. But here's my buyer beware. You do not meet these people in their homes. You meet them out in public. I liked meeting people in Starbucks because they had power outlets and I could make sure the machine ran. You make sure the machine runs before you buy it. Unfortunately, there isn't any kind of a guarantee when you buy a machine from a private party like that. But honestly, the most things on the featherweight can be fixed. You want to make sure that has a bobbin casing with it, a foot controller, and its box. Corrine got her featherweight. She says, I got it from my cousin. It was his mother's. I've been trying to learn more about setting it up so I can see projects. You definitely should check out my my series on getting to know the featherweights. And it's called Featherweight University, and it's on YouTube. There's a 101, 102, 103, 104. Check it out. I can be a segment on safety. That's right. How you girls, you do not meet perfect strangers in their homes. No, I say no to that. You meet them in public. If you're going to buy a featherweight, like I said, Starbucks are always really populated, and there's always power cords because people are there with laptops, and you plug that sucker in and you make sure it sews before you give them money. You never, everybody listen to me. Here's our segment on safety. You never, ever give anybody a deposit on a machine before you've seen it unless it's a reputable business like me. Are we clear? Cool. All right, Corrine, that sounds good. Boop, boop, boop. Let's not turn my fabric around. All right, folks. I feel like we have had a proper sip and sew. I feel like it's been a really long time, and it feels really good to have everybody here. So next week, be looking for the hats to go on the website. And then these are continue to be on the website through Christmas. Oh, that's a good idea, Elizabeth. She met a guy at the police station parking lot. If you're an unsavory, no one's going to go do unsavory things in the parking lot at the police station. What is on the front of my cap? So these are some custom, can you see it? It's my logo. It's a quilt block, but they're custom painted. I had them made a couple of years ago when we were by that leather person's store, and then she moved away, and I've got a bunch of these patches left. So they're going on hats. Amy Alton Stonebrook, good to see you. All right, friends, I'm going to jump off. Oh, darn, I forgot to sip. Sandra, rectify that problem. Hi, Lee Freeman. I really loved hanging out with you guys tonight. I will be back next week, Tuesday, and we're going to have another teaching moment on your presser foot being askew, and so the needle keeps hitting it. Thank you for that suggestion, Corrine. I'm going to write that down, Corrine. All right. I'll talk to you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.